So today I have decided to do some charity sewing. Nobody's here yet, so give me a second. I will just go let everybody in my group know so that you can all pop in and watch. I am going to have to move at some point from the cutting table to my sewing machine, which might get a little bit messy, but you'll just have to bear with me on that. So somebody in my group posted about hospitals needing catheter bags for children, and I literally can't think of a better way to use up this giant box of scraps that I have right here. So these are all the pieces that are too small to kind of fold up like this, for example. Like, it's big enough, but it's not so big. So I want to be using up all of these scraps, and I'm going to turn all of my beautiful prints, so like this is Cinderella, I'm going to turn them into the catheter bags. So I have here my measurements that they sent. Hello. So in my group, somebody's posted a thing with the measurements. So I have worked it out in both centimeters and inches for everybody. Hi, Deborah. So the bag needs to be 11 inches tall and 9 inches wide, with a piece of ribbon strap that is 1 meter. Oh, hello, everybody. Right. And I decided that I am going to basically turn half this tub into these catheter bags, because I've also got all this ribbon. I don't remember why I bought the ribbon, but it has been sitting in my house forever. So these are the color ribbons that I'm going to use. They may not match 100%, but again, it's charity. I don't think anybody is really going to mind. So we're using my ruler because I am just obsessed. Don't even care. They're green! Like, so cool. Anyway, sorry. Every time I play with them, I'm like, because I'm a giant child and it's fine. So we're going to start off with this one. Now, I should be able to get a couple out of this. I'm going to be sending a care package to the place in the UK, which is originally who put up this post. I'm also going to contact the Melbourne Children's Hospital to see if they would also like some. So if any of you would like to contribute to the package going to the UK but don't want to pay the postage, you are more than welcome to send them to me. Just let me know, and then I will send like a big box of them over, because I think that would be a lovely thing to do. So with the measurements being 9 inches and 11 inches, I'm going to do a 1/2 inch seam allowance because that's the easiest thing to do. So we need to cut them 10 by 12 rectangles. So 10 inches wide by 12 inches tall. And I don't quite get 2. This is not quite wide enough for 2. So again, I'm going to have this random bit of scrap. This might go to the kids at the daycare that live basically next door to me. We'll see. So we want to go 10 inches wide. Actually, what I want to do is square off the bottom. Feels like the best idea. So again, this is scrap. I don't remember what I made with this beforehand. I honestly couldn't tell you. But we're just going to square up the bottom. And ignore all the fluff on my thing. This is from all the Cottywomple things that I cut out for everybody. So in my kits, I've pre-cut out the interfacing for you, and it's just still stuck in my mat, and I haven't bothered to clean it yet. I'm also going to want my bin. I'm going to get the bin now because I am not putting up with a giant mess. I'm trying to do everything within a space that you guys can see, which is also why you don't get to see my head, but sorry about that. Right, one bin complete. Need to have the bin. So, what did I say? 12 inches tall. So what I can do from here to make my life easier is line it up on the board. This is why I love having a big board. If you are relatively new to sewing, I highly recommend getting a really big board. They are amazing. So I'm going to cut it at 24 inches and then again at 12, like so. And then because I've got a fold, half of 10 inches is 5 inches. So then I just have to cut this on the fold at 5 inches. because I do still need, I will iron out that crease in the middle. And then this little bit is left over. Now, depending on what kind of sewing you do, if you do quilting, you could probably keep them. I actually don't think they're even, oh, that one's cool. This one I chopped off. So I'm going to keep this one and give it to some the daycare because you can actually cut out Cinderella. But the other one's going in the bin because it's useless. So that's half. And then we're going to do another half. So we're going to see how many I can get out of all this. And then we're going to just quickly cut it up. So again, we'll keep that one for the kids because they can cut out the Cinderella and, I don't know. You could keep it and do like a little peekaboo bag if that's your thing. So that's one. I didn't grab a tub. I should have grabbed a tub. Now I don't think I'm going to get another one out of this because it is only 10 inches tall and I need it 12 inches tall. And I won't get 2 out of that space either, I don't think. I will not. Right, so that's all I can get out of that one. Hi! So that one will go back in the tub, but I'm putting it on the floor for now so that I can deal. Alright, next piece. And again, so these are literally all my random scraps. That is too big to throw out, but I don't actually know if I can get one of these bags out of it either. I cannot. So that one's no good. Jelly beans. Jelly beans would be cute and cheer up a child. Because I can't imagine, I've never personally had a catheter bag because I've never had surgery, but I can't imagine that they make you feel very good. Perfect. We can get heaps out of this one. So this was from a Missy Rose pre-order. I think it was only one of the only ones I ever did of her because I'm impatient and don't really like waiting for stuff. But, so just gotta, preferably, if you had time and you weren't recording live, you would probably iron these, you know, to make your life a bit easier. But clearly that's not who I am, so. But that's the size of the rectangle you need. We just need 2 of them to make the bag. 12 high, 10 wide. So we go here, and then across, like so. And this could have any colour ribbon. The reason I'm using ribbon is because I assume that they have the, what have I done? 10 by 12. Oh, I haven't cut this one down yet. I couldn't understand why they were different sizes. Silly me. But yeah, so I can't imagine that these are fun to wear, but at least the bright colours would cheer the children up. And having a thin ribbon as the thing to hold it on means it won't be super obvious under clothes. You could also probably use string if that's what you've got at home. I don't think they'd mind. I will be making these machine washable in case they get dirty. Because again, I don't know a lot about medical stuff. I just thought it would be really nice to help out. And I refuse to throw out these scraps. But I also have, up until today, I had 0 use for them. So this makes me feel good that I'm getting rid of stuff. Because I am moving at the end of the year. For anyone that doesn't yet know. I am super excited about it. Up, across. Probably do it this way because it'll be easier. Across. And then in half. So we are cutting out catheter bags for children. This is going to be some charity sewing that I'm doing. And I'm going to basically see how much of my scrap bucket I can use up. So again, like, depending, I don't do markets anymore, so I won't be doing this. But if I was still doing markets, this piece left over, I would probably turn into cute little Devon pouches. Or like a little, you know, zipper case or something. But because I don't do markets anymore, and that kind of stuff doesn't sell as well on a website as it would at a market, So I don't really have plans for that at all. Yes, I'm both excited and nervous about moving. I have to pack up everything you see behind me. And all the other stuff like under here, and oh, it's not going to be fun. I'm not excited about the packing part, but I am excited about the moving part. This really needs an iron before I can do that. What else have we got in here? Flowers. I will be getting to some boy prints. I'm sure they're in here. Like, what kid? I don't actually know if kids are even allowed to watch Rick and Morty. But like, a teenager-y kind of kid would love it. So we'll be doing all these. So it's 10. Okay. Well, because this isn't super directional, so it's 10 inches tall instead of 12, so I'll just cut them the other way, and that'll solve that problem. What do you guys all do with your scrap pieces? Because I really need to deal with them better. 24 by 10. Oh yeah, okay. Just checking. Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be fun, me packing everything up, but I am moving into a granny flat. So Seems Legit will have its own space. So I'm going to have like one of the rooms set up for all of the stuff I sell, and then the main kind of lounge room area will be the studio. So I am pretty excited about doing that part. Right, so I'm not actually clearing any scraps. I don't know if you noticed, but every time I throw it on the floor, it's because I'm keeping it but just not putting it back in the tub yet. So it's not clearing as much as I would have liked, but that's okay. I will survive. I'm just going to chop it off here. Fold it in half. Make sure I'm actually going to get it. So we need it 12 inches tall. So I'm going to square off the bottom. Put that bit in the bin. My mission before the end of the year is to have as little of personal stuff, like fabrics, as possible to take with me. That's the mission. I don't know how well I'm actually going to go, but you never know. I might do really well. Stranger things have happened. Now that I think about it, I actually could probably do it without the second seam. So you could do like a longer piece and you just take off half an inch. So instead of cutting 10 and 10, you would cut 19 and a half as a long piece, and then you've just got the one seam at the side, so it's less to sew. See, like this would have been super cute, but that's not enough. Oh, or is it? Oh, it is! Oh, that's good. Right, so this piece will be cleared. So I want to make, I don't know how many I want to make, a lot. I've basically dedicated today to doing this. Ignore my cough, it's still not gone. Alright, chop that bit off. This is why we have the bin next to you, so you're not making a crazy amount of mess. It's always nice to give back. And sometimes stuff like this is, you know, more useful than just handing over $50. Because not everybody can sew. Oh, we've got to use the bluey. If you're not from Australia, you may or may not have heard of Bluey, but Bluey is like an animation that's like an Aussie dog. And the world is a little bit obsessed. You can see where I've been cutting out fabric earrings. But we'll definitely, I need to iron that. That one's too far gone. But we definitely will be doing some Bluey ones because they're adorable. What else have we got? Unicorns? Unicorns would be cute. I have all of these kids prints from when I was making kids backpacks. But again, I haven't done it for a while. I kind of am busy doing literally everything else. So I need to square up the bottom of this first. Like so. So what's everybody else doing today? Apart from watching me do this, we will get to the sewing machine. It's just going to take a little bit of, I don't know, something for me to be able to do it. Who doesn't love rainbow unicorns? You're so funny, Helen. I'm so happy you're that excited. Now, I'm just going to be using one colour thread for all of this because nobody's really going to notice. And I will be doing both an overlocked and a non-overlocked version. There you go. So if you've got a 12-inch strip, you can get 2 out of them. Which is what I've just done here. Oh, that'd be nice. Open a website. That's always exciting. I was very excited when I opened my website. Alright, so that one I'm not going to get another one out of. That's enough for one side. If I've got more of it in my tub, I can do another one. Paw Patrol's next. So I'm actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm picking most of the ones that are a licensed fabric because kids are more likely to know it. Don't be scared. Scared's the wrong reaction, my lovely. Be excited. Be proud that you got that far. Oh, it's not wide enough. That's annoying. Oh, alright. No, it'll work. Scared's the wrong response. Be excited. Are you doing your own website or are you opening up like a shop on Etsy? Get rid of that bit. Shop it at 12 inches and then just assume I can get 2. That's currently what I'm going to do. So this is left over from a shirt I made. Alright. So I won't get as much as I want out of this, but that's okay. A website's an exciting thing. And if I can put in my 2 cents worth, get something like Afterpay or ZipPay or Lay-By or whichever one you choose, because I do find that people love having that option. Not everybody can afford a $100 bag straight up, but if they can lay-by it and pay $25 a fortnight, they're more likely to be able to buy it because it's more manageable for people who are on budgets. With everything, all the cost of everything rising lately, it would be your best option. Oh, that's no good that COVID put you all the way in the hospital. I now know what COVID feels like, but I definitely feel like I got off lighter than a lot of other people I know. I just felt like I constantly had asthma, but because I've had it my whole life, it's something I'm used to. Like right now, feels like there's a toddler sitting on my chest. Oh, see? So like this is a perfect scrap. Yes. I'm glad that, you know, we can chat to you while you're in the hospital. At least you're not totally bored. God, I love this ruler. I know it's ridiculous to love something so much, but whatever. I'm going to get rid of that. Isolation is never fun. Luckily for me, well, kind of luckily for me, we were on school holidays where I live. So Jesse and I just kind of hung out and watched television. I mean, it's not the best way to spend school holidays, but it's also not the worst. At least he wasn't super sick. 12, 24. So I'm not going to lie. There's a little bit of a corner missing here, but it's not going to make a big enough difference. On the floor with all the rest. Oh, what about piñatas? This will be fun. Piñata fabric. I actually don't remember why I bought this either. So Jessie went back to school this morning, which is why I don't know if you've noticed, but it's quite peaceful behind me. That is why. I really don't remember why I even bought this. I think it was like one of those bargain scrap pieces. It's my assumption, at least. Who knows? Maybe I was just having a fiesta moment. So we're making catheter bags for children in hospitals. So I'm using up as many of the scraps as I can in my scrap box here. It's a little bit of a selfish reason. I don't want to carry them and take them with me. I can't be bothered selling them. And I feel like this is a good way to use up these scraps. And it's nice to give back. So that's why I'm doing this. So anybody that would like to send some to the UK, please message me privately or email me. And you can send them to me, and then I'll send the box off to the UK. Because overseas shipping is crazy expensive. Yeah, so I don't know why, but Victoria's holidays are different by like a week to other states. See, so 12 inches or 30 centimeters will get you, like in a strip, will get you 2 bags for anybody that's got scraps at home. So the measurement is, so the finished size needs to be 11 inches tall by 9 inches wide. So I'm cutting them 12 by 10. And you need 1 meter of ribbon for the strap. And then I'm just going to either French seam them or use my overlocker on them to make them machine washable, because I don't know how dirty these things get. Like, seriously, there is so much fabric in here, it's outrageous. Look at this. They're all packed in. So I'm going to pick out all the pretty ones that kids will most likely like. That one's a bit thick. That one's a canvas. So I don't think I'm going to use that. But stars are fun. Dragon scales are fun. Bert and Ernie's not. Oh! Bert and Ernie might be big enough. I have this random Bert and Ernie fabric. I found it in an op shop. I thought it was so cute. No idea what to make with it though. So I'm just going to pick out all the childish prints. And leave all the less childish prints in the box. All pieces that I can just feel are going to be too small. Hi Angela, we are just cutting out That'll be big enough. We're going to cut out some 12 by 10 inches, and then I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I need to move us all over to a sewing machine. That's going to be the interesting part, so bear with me on that. I can feel if they're going to be big enough or not. So I'm just basically just picking out all the awesome prints for children. That's bluey, and it is really cute. Oh, I might do that one. Might be a bit thick, but it is cotton. See, that's not big enough. I wonder if this is big enough. Oh, it will be. Disney princesses. So catheter bags, they're for the children. I assume it's when they like stick it in case you can't pee. I think that's what a catheter bag is. I actually don't really know. But somebody put a thing in my, like a post up in my group about how the hospital, like children's hospitals, would love some. So I'm just going to do it because I think that's really cool. And I will contact the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne to see if they want some. That's probably a bit gory for children. Oh, the dolphins might be nice. Lemons. I can't imagine they want lemons. That's not big enough. They're not big enough. Alright. That is the pile that I think are children friendly. And all big enough. So we'll see. But anyway, so the children, one of the hospitals in the UK has asked for them. So I'm going to send half of what I make to the UK and half of what I make to the Royal Children's Melbourne Children's Hospital, as long as they actually want them. Just in case. You never know. They might not actually want them in Australia, in which case I'll send them all to the UK. I don't mind. Oh, there you go. I was right. Oh, that's good. I guessed. I've watched enough murder mystery television to assume that's what it was. So yeah, 10 inches wide, 12 inches tall, and some ribbon. And I have so much ribbon that I have no use for. Get rid of that bit. So this is all fabric that I'm clearly not using for bags. It's either not big enough for a bag I want. I also don't go into this tub very often because, I don't know, I just don't. Monash Children's Hospital. See, there's heaps of children's hospitals. So if anybody would like to join me, that would be cool. If you do end up making a pile, please put up a photo of all the ones you're sending to the hospital. And for everybody that does, I will come up with something to give you as a thank you for helping. Right? I don't know what that's going to be. Whether it's maybe I'll give you a free pattern, or I don't know, I could send some cool stuff to you all. That would be cool. So if anybody's going to join me on this, please put a post up of all the ones you made before you send them. And I will come up with a gift for anyone that's going to help with this. Because that'd be cool. I bought this originally because I was going to do a wallet. Funnily enough, there's still enough to do a wallet. In the tub. Disney princesses are always fun. So I should get 2 out of this. We'll keep that bit. That bit's probably enough. That's at least a flap on an NCW or a strumpet. So I'll still get a wallet out of that, even after I cut all this. So that's cool. If I lay this here, and I cut it at 20 and then again at 10, or will I get more? No, I don't think I will. No, I won't. Alright, so I'm going to keep it folded in quarters so that I'm cutting less. So we'll cut here. And then over here at 10. Hi, Tracy. I am feeling somewhat better, but it does still feel like there's a toddler sitting on my chest. I'm trying to repress most of the coughs my body wants to do. So this is cute. This was a custom order fabric that I got in for my cousin who wanted to make something for her child. I think this is from, I don't even know where. Feels like it's the eBay lady. It's like cute dressage fabric. They also have horses. So I'm just... It's a custom print job, I can tell because of the edging there. Or maybe this was from... Nah, I don't know. If you make some, so if you're in my Facebook group, I will have a post up of all the different places that will accept them after I've asked them. Otherwise, I will also put some addresses in the link below of the people that I call. Or if, like, I'm obviously not going to call America, but I'm sure there's children's hospitals in America that would probably also love them. So if anyone did contact them and ask them, I can add that to the list. You don't have to send them internationally. I imagine this is a thing that a lot of people would want, like a lot of different hospitals. But I have at least one in the UK that definitely wants some. And I will check and see if there's others that also want them. I do have asthma. So I am used to I'm not freaking out at the fact that I can't breathe properly because I have been in hospital many times for asthma reasons and gone on those stupid tablets and stuff as a child. So I'm not totally freaking out. It's still very uncomfortable, but I can still soldier on. I've got my energy back, and that's the thing that I was really missing. I'm not used to not having energy. It's just not in my wheelhouse. Wonder if others feel like that all the time. I just felt tired constantly. It was horrible. There we go, Canada. So if someone could contact that one and double check that they want some, you could send them in Canada if that's where you live. But yeah, anybody that contributes to this, I will give a gift to because I think that's really cool. That one needs an iron, by the way. I'm still planning on doing the stars. It just needs an iron. Because surely you've all got some scraps around. I find with me personally, I have a lot of fabric. But once I've made like one set, I'm kind of over it and don't want to play with that fabric anymore. As sad as that sounds. Ooh, these are going to get too high. I should get heaps of the bluey ones. I'm definitely sending some overseas of Bluey. I assume everybody knows who Bluey is. And if not, oh well, it's still a cute dog. Asthma life sucks. But I found that I didn't get it half as bad when I moved to Queensland. So the fact that I'm moving back to Queensland means that there's a good chance that it'll go away again for the most part, which would be lovely. It's Mum's birthday next week. If I'm feeling up to it, I do plan on going to visit you, Mother. Ugh. Oops, I just knocked something. That was my bad. I've actually been playing with the laser cutter on my road to recovery because for the most part you just sit there and do computery stuff. So as I've had the energy, I've been doing some stuff. So I plan on having cool bracelets available soon-ish. And I'm also getting in my turning sticks What am I making for the charities? Okay, so we are making catheter bags. Here are the dimensions in both centimeters and inches for everyone's convenience, except the 1 meter. I don't know what that is in inches. I assume you use feet, and that's beyond my purview of knowledge for conversions. 90 centimeters is 1 yard, and so 100 centimeters is just over a yard, but I couldn't tell you exactly how much. Anyway, so they are, the finished size needs to be 11 inches tall and 9 inches wide, so I'm cutting them 10 by 12 squares, and then I'll cut up the ribbon when I'm ready. So everybody that makes some, if you put a post up in my group showing all the things that you're sending off, I will send a gift to you, which will probably be my next pattern free once I write it. Because I would like to say thank you for contributing, and I feel like that's a cool way to do it. And sometimes it's just nice to be nice. There's not enough niceness in the world, so I'm attempting to contribute to it now that someone has shown me a way to do so. There you go, 1 meter, 39 inches. Thank you very much. What are we doing? 12 and 24. So these are going to be super simple to make. The migration over to my sewing machine is going to be interesting, to say the least. But we will get there. So I'm getting quite a pile. Which is awesome. In fact, I could probably, because I've now got a 4-thread overlocker, I could actually probably just overlock them and then do the top edge. They won't take very long to make. But I've blocked out my whole day to do this. Obviously, I won't be recording all of it, but I will record a chunk. So you can also chat to me while we're doing it, since I've been away for a while. I do my patterns. I've had a lot of people message me in private and ask me why I won't do my patterns in centimeters. The simple answer is most quilting and cutting things come in inches, right? Like if you got a spotlight in Australia, all the boards are inches. I think there might be one that's centimeters, and all the rulers are inches because quilting's done in inches. So I, rather than confusing the rest of the world that makes things in inches and doing them in centimeters, I know a couple of pattern groups do them in centimeters. But I personally decided that it would be easier for people to stick with what they know rather than trying to confuse them with new things. Felt unnecessary to me, which is why my rulers are inches and not centimeters. Just so you all know. I have had several emails from people, and I understand your concern. We are in Australia, and I should use centimeters, but I'm not going to. They're my rulers, and I'll do what I want. Yeah, I don't know where I got this. Couldn't tell ya. I have had some of these fabrics for so long. Like this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I have had since before my child was born, and he is 6. So this is at least 6 years old, being stashed in my stash. It's time to move on. So I'm going to overlock most of it, and then I'll just top stitch down the edge and add in the ribbon at the same time. That's how I'm going to make these. These are going to go so fast, which is good. The whole point is to be, quick and productive. And like I said, I'm just going to block out the one day, and then I'll go and send some emails to find out who wants some and divide it up accordingly. But yeah, if you only want to send within your country, that's totally fine. Just please make sure you send a photo and post it so that I can give you the recognition you deserve. And I don't think that's big enough for me to keep, unfortunately. I don't think I'd get anything out of that. Oh, there you go. That might have been one of my ones that my friend sent me from America. There you go. I'm pretty sure it did come from Walmart then. So that would have been one of those pre-rolled uppy ones. because I didn't buy it in Australia. It has showed up at my house. So I imagine that my friend Jamie sent it to me from the US. But whatever, I don't care. Spread all the love. Share all my fabrics. It's fine. I have zero problem with sharing. Sunglasses case. I could do that. But again, the little ticket items don't sell on my website, and I have zero desire to go back to doing markets because I do not have time. Because it's not a thing that can happen in my world, unfortunately. All right, so that's another 2 bags. We're on fire. Morning, so Felicia. I could do boxy pouches. I could make pouches. That would actually probably do half a pouches thing. Again, not as popular as you'd think. At a market situation, I personally found that the smaller, cheaper, like little bags and pouches sold really, really well at markets. On websites, not so much. Or specifically mine. My website, the big ticket items like a matching set, for me, sell better than pouches. So as much as I would love to spend my life making pouches, you could smash out hundreds of them in a very short amount of time. They don't sell for me personally. It's the same as when I had all those, I had all the key fobs that I was doing on the embroidery machine. They sold really, really well at markets and really terribly on my website. So, I mean, you can set up your website. It depends on what you want to sell. If you want to just do pouches, then obviously that would work. But for me personally, and it's a lot of you that watch. Sometimes I make a bag and then I'll get an email from someone that's watched me overseas that would like to purchase it. The big ticket items for me seem to go quicker. That's just me. And I suppose it's how you set up your website and all that jazz. I'm not changing my website. I kind of like the way it is. Works for me. Hello, Roberta. Welcome. I'm finally back. I have no makeup on my head. That's not why it's chopped off. I have decided that I'm not quite that well. Right, so that leftover is going to be probably turned into a wallet. Probably. Can't promise that. But I'm going to start doing a lot more videos where I'm using up my scraps. I'd also like to design a pattern that uses up scraps. I have a tote pattern coming up. I haven't started it yet, but it's mentally in my head, so that's a good start. I'm feeling somewhat better. I do feel better. I've got my energy back, but it feels like there's a toddler sitting on my chest, which is way less fun than you'd think. But I'm better enough to continue working, so I will be back doing videos. I have thousands I want to do. I was in a live the other day in my group, showing everybody all the things I have already got cut out. So we will get there, I promise. Just got to bear with me a little bit. These things take time. And I decided to do a live as my comeback because this is a really cool idea and I'm excited. So I've got quite a few going on here. The name of my personal game today is to get rid of the ribbon, right? So because I need it in meter pieces, I would love nothing more than to have no ribbon left in my house because I can't remember why I bought it, but it's been around for a while and I'm not using it. And I'm obviously not going to throw it out, so turning it into these instead would be amazing. And that's one less thing I have to take to Queensland. It took me weeks to feel normal. Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me that. I'll be right. I will. Right, another bluey fabric, of course. Needs to be squared up at the top first. So for those that have just come in, I am using my new ruler that I'm a little bit obsessed with because they're green. They only had the fluoro green or a really, really dark green. And I didn't go with the dark green because it was too dark to see through. Oh. Well, you'd think I'd bounce back, but I'm also had asthma my whole life, so I already had breathing problems to begin with. Lucky me. It was so cold here this morning that there was ice all over my car. Oh, stop it, buddy. Seriously. Not in the mood. Not today. Ah. There you go. Use up your ribbon for a good cause. That one doesn't make it by like such a small amount. Although, if I do this one with just the one seam that I was talking about, that will actually work. Whose birthday is it? Alright. The pigs are cute. And it's blue, so it could be for a little boy. We are making catheter bags for hospitals as a charity summer thing. And for those that have just tuned in and missed it, for anybody that makes some, please share that in my Facebook group and I will send you a thank you gift. You can send it to any hospital near you. You don't have to send them overseas or anything. I need to iron this one before I do it. I've got a few that I need to iron, so I'll be doing those off camera. Rainbow dragon scales. Except I don't know if there's going to be enough for 2 pieces. I mean, maybe. You know what else I could do? I could actually take all the mismatched ones and have half one colour and half another. I don't think they'd care. I'm going to watch on my other channel. I can see the tablet better than the phone. That's fair enough. We're not doing a lot of intricate sewing at the moment, though. I'm going to smash through these with the overlocker. So I should have set it up better. So we're going to have to walk all this over. Should be interesting. I might have to do some laps. I might disappear from the camera while I'm trying to move everything over to the overlocker / sewing machine. You will just have to bear with me on that. But I will do what I can. Flip it over. 10 inches wide, 12 inches tall. Oh. But the cutting obviously takes the longest, but I wanted to have like a half decent thing. If I was just going to sew these, the live wouldn't have been very long, which is why you're watching me cut them as well. But it's using up my scraps, which excites me. Like, I have just got rid of, at least 8 pieces of fabric so far. That excites me. I don't want fabric around unnecessarily. This one's a little bit more awkward because it's cut, but that's all right. Worth it. 12 across and across. So this is a 4 by 20 inch ruler, which is perfect for most handle sizes of handbags. Rainbow dragon scales, always awesome. This is that, oh, there's not enough there. This is the leftover rainbow poppies. I also have this in rainbow kittens, weirdly enough. But there's not enough there. So back in the tub. This is from my local quilt shop, actually. This is like an indigenous printed dolphin, which I thought was very, very cool. But again, I don't know if it's going to be... No, it's not tall enough. Damn it. Had such hopes for that. Oh, yes, my retreat. My retreat is in several more weeks. There's only 2 spots left. It's going to be so exciting. I've started on all the swag. There is going to be so much stuff I'm just giving to everybody coming because it's my last one and it's exciting. Mismatch the rainbow poppies with the kittens. It's not tall enough or I totally would have. I would love to. But I feel like this is a good start. I don't know how often they go through these things and give them away. Literally no idea. I'm just winging it. It's fine. But as long as it makes the kids happy, I am happy to contribute. Because if I couldn't sew and somebody gave me one of these for my little kid, I'd be so excited. You know what? Even if I could sew and they gave it to me because it's too stressful to go home and do it, that would also be very exciting. Dang it. No, okay. Oh, for the retreat, you wish you lived in Australia. Yeah, that's fair. I have had... Oh, there's not enough of this one. That's really annoying. As you can tell, Helen is very, very... very excited for the retreat. She is already counting down. There's not enough of this one. It's very disappointing. What about the hungry caterpillar? This was cute. I made some aprons out of this. Nah, not tall enough. Damn it. Oh, I'll get at least one out of this. Spider-Man! Every kid loves Spider-Man, don't they? My kid does. Absolutely loves Spider-Man. Inches tall, 10 inches wide. Done. All right, I think we're going to stop here for now. So now we get to go and move over to the machines. This is going to be interesting. I need this and I need this. So some of them are in the bin and most of them went back into the tub. When I emptied the tub onto the table, I've put the rest, I can show you if you like. So the crappy pieces went into the bin here. And then all the other bits are in the tub. I'm not actually throwing them out because that, again, is wasteful. But a lot of them, before I move, anything I don't use up before I move in the scrap tub will most likely end up at the kinder or the school for them to use. Right, so I've got to play this magical game where I've got to carry everything over at once. Right, so it's all just sitting on the laptop. Don't judge me. I know it's not good for the laptop. And we're going to back up over here. I didn't clean up my space. Look, naughty me. So... didn't really think this through. For that, I do apologise. Right, so that needs to sit there so I can still talk to you all and answer any questions you have. We will need snips. And I'm just going to put all of this zipper tape mess into the tub so I'm not throwing it on the floor. And the tricky bit is now I've got to get you behind here. So bear with me for a second. You're going to go up in the air, up and over and down. Oh, we made it. That was actually not as dramatic as I thought it was going to be. Yay! Overlocker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scooch this over. Like I said, very impromptu. Clearly didn't think this through. Probably going to run out of thread at some point. It's you know, all the good stuff. Grab my chair. Okie dokie. Oh, let's do this. Oh, I'm so excited for my retreat. So excited. All right. So we're going to take these and put them right sides together like we do with literally everything. And I'm literally just going to overlock the 3 edges. Now I will do one or at least one on this. Sorry. I will be doing at least one of the, things on just the sewing machine. For those that don't have an overlocker, you can do them on the sewing machine. This is just quicker, right? So line up the edges and off we go. With overlockers, you always run off the edge. Trim off the tails. Should have bought the bin over. Oh well. Whatever. I'll just have a big mess and clean it up later. Should be right. Ugh. So because it's a 4-thread overlock, this should actually hold just fine, but I will test it when I turn it through just to be sure. Right? So, I like a 4-thread overlock. It's nice and strong. So I have overlocked the sides and the bottom. Then I'm going to open this out and just overlock all the way around the top. And then that makes that machine washable. So I'm just pulling on that to double check. But I can show you, this is me pulling quite hard. The seam is quite strong. So I'm quite happy to not sew this just for what they are. If this was a garment, like clothing that's going to have to stretch and stuff, I would sew it as well. But for what they're going to do, just overlocking will be fine. For clothes sewing, I would do it, but for this, that's fine. Turn it inside out. So now all I have to do is tuck under that top edge. And as I stitch it down, I will also attach the piece of ribbon to the side seams here, right? And then that's the bag done. That's how quick they are. That one needs an iron. That's why I keep putting it down. Now, all right, big debate, everyone. Do scales go this way or do they go this way? Do they go loop at the bottom? Or do they go loop at the top? Because I know there's a big debate about that. So you guys decide while I move on to the next one. I'm thinking a bit of a live. I've also organised with some of the pattern designers to have a little chat to everybody at the retreat. I don't know if I told you guys that yet or not. But I spoke to a few of them and they are all quite happy to do so. There's still more I need to talk to. So if you're watching and I haven't asked you yet, I am getting there. Oh, I need my battery. Hold on. The laptop needs battery power. Ugh. Forgot about that. That bit's important. Otherwise I won't be able to see your comments. Wah! Stop it. Loop at the bottom. Yeah, that's the way I do it too, but I do see some people that do it the other way. So I just thought I'd check. The downside to overlockers is they are noisy. Very, very noisy. This one. And I'm just starting a pile off to the side here of the rubbish. I will deal with that later. Now I'm not running this at full speed. Every time I do, I seem to snap a needle. So, much to my disappointment, I don't get to run at full speed. Alright, so that's already 2 done, minus the top stitching. These are super fast. We're going to get heaps done. I'm so excited. Oh, so this is the one that's already joined on one side. So I only have to do 2 sides, which is even better. My husband is obsessed with going to Japan. So at some point I will be doing that. And he wants to spend a day skiing. So I told him the day that he goes skiing is the day that I get to go to all the fabric shops. So when this eventually ever happens, I am going to do a video of my time fabric shopping in Japan. We've already discussed it and I'm allowed. Not that he could stop me anyway, if we're honest. I'm also going to record a time-lapse video of me setting up my new studio. I've already decided that that's going to be a thing. And you can watch how many times I rearrange it in one go, because it's going to happen too. I already know that about myself. Quilts today. We're making catheter bags for the children in hospitals because it's a really cute thing to do. It's using up my scraps and it's like a feel-good moment. She says as she coughs herself to death. Emptying as quick as I thought it would. We've done heaps more than I thought before it'd be empty. So the measurement, so you'll need to cut it 12 inches tall and 10 inches wide, and that's got a 1/2 inch seam allowance on all the sides for you. And then you're going to use a 1 meter piece of ribbon. And I'm just overlocking them with a 4-thread overlocker because it's strong enough for what it's going to hold. It's not like this is going to hold kilos and kilos of stuff. So I'm overlocking the 3 sides, and then we're going to just overlock all the way around the top, and that makes it machine washable, which I like. I like that. Different charities and stuff that you could sew for, but I don't know, this feels like a great plan for me. Pineapples, always cute. Right sides together and around we go. Oh. think it would matter, but I am making mine out of all cotton. This is cotton drill. But I don't see why that should be really a thing. Selfish so. I want my scraps gone and I refuse to throw them out. So this just feels like a really good way to use them up. And I have so much overlocking thread. I don't know how I have so much. I think I've accumulated it when Spotlight does like 10 for $10 or 4 for 10 or whatever they were doing. So these are going to go to, I'll have to look into it. I'm going to contact the Royal Children's Hospital in Melbourne and see if they would like some. I've also got a space for the UK. So the UK's called for them. So I'm definitely going to send some to them. So if anybody wants to send them to the UK in Australia, if you post them to me, I'll send them over as a big care package. Otherwise, anybody that lives in any country, if you donate some and share it in my Facebook group, I will send a gift to you. Whether it's probably going to be a free pattern or like a gift card so that you can pick which pattern you want for free, because I think that would be really cute. Ugh, my tail got stuck. Stop it. 4 for 10. There you go. You know what I meant. But yeah, so if you guys make up some, I will give you a gift card to my website for a pattern or whatever you want to spend it on, really. As an extra thank you. And the Monash Children's Hospital, right. Oh, I'm so sick of coughing. I'll contact the Monash first, and if the Monash wants some, then they can have some, and then the UK can have some. But I've basically dedicated my whole day today to do these. So the dimensions are 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and I've given a 1/2 inch seam allowance everywhere with 1 meter of ribbon, which we worked out as 39 inches for those that work in only inches. Which is just over a yard. Hello, E. Richardson. You have caught alive. But these are, like, we're flying through these. So since I sat down here, I've already done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. It's been like, what, 10 minutes? I know I still have to put the ribbon on, but that'll be quick too. Right sides together. I haven't done the penguin parade with Jessie. Probably I should get onto that before we move. You could probably go faster with these if you iron them first, just so you all know. Can I do a sewing candy video on overlocker tips? I can, but I'm not super knowledgeable. I just keep the tension at the same thing for everything. Not even gonna lie, I don't mess with it. They all sit on, currently they're all sitting on like in the middle of the selected section because each overlocker is different, and I just leave it there and this does everything. So I don't have a lot of tips on that. That's okay. So 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and 1 meter of ribbon. At the end of this video, I will put it all in the description. Can't do it now. It's not one of those things. Hello, Jennifer. I assume it's a one-size-fits-all. I actually don't know, but I am deliberately picking children's prints to send them to a children's place. This all happened because somebody shared it in my group, and I have decided to help the cause. Because they're quick, they're easy. It's a good way to practice your speed sewing too, actually. And if you own an overlocker and are scared of it, this is a good way to like get over that fear. Oh, hello, Egypt. I don't think I've ever had anybody from Egypt pop in. That's pretty cool. I'm worldwide. That's so exciting that people pop in everywhere. Makes me so happy. I'm such a child. We are making catheter bags for children as a charity project. The measurements are 12 inches tall, 10 inches wide, with a 1 meter piece of ribbon. I'm going to do all the ribbon after I've done all of this. Oh, and you found them. Look at me go. Oh, this is so cool. Makes me so happy. You can't see my smiley face right now, but I'm smiling. It's so cool that like we can connect everywhere. Awesome. Trim and flip. Oh, maybe one year I can do like obscure cities as the name is all the bags. That could be fun. Oh, you went and purchased fabric. That's lovely. I'm just using up the ridiculous amount of scraps I have. And pretty much all of these, except the jelly beans, but they're really cool, are all licensed prints anyway, or unicorns, because everybody loves a good unicorn. This one's a little bit wonky, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Should be right. It is still exciting, even if you're in Australia, because, you know, we get everywhere in Australia popping in. It still excites me. Please don't think that just because you're not from somewhere not where I'm from, that it doesn't still excite me. Because currently, I have, well, there's 87 people watching this, which is cool. Considering it was impromptu and I gave nobody warning, that's still pretty good. overlock. It's quite strong, and because these aren't gonna, like, they're not designed to carry rocks, right? Like, we're not putting crazy amounts of weight in them, so just the overlocker will be fine. I tested the seam. I've, like, ripped at it to see if it was gonna break, and we're good. So, gotta test it first. Kids even still into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? I have no idea. No idea. Well, yes, but I've also discovered that people have not been getting the notifications that I put up. And usually I do lives on a Wednesday, and usually I warn you I'm going to do them and give you a time in advance. Today I just went, whatever, live. What can I say? I'm not great with schedules. Right? I can't be good at everything. Scheduling my life is one of those things. For an hour and 15 minutes since the video started. I think we're kicking goals. Like, even if everybody just made 10, right? You picked fabric out of your cupboard and did 10. That's 10 children that would be so excited. I've gone overboard, but that's just who I am. I'm excessive, if you didn't know. For anyone that's never popped in before, hello, I'm excessive. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I don't think Facebook and me get along very well. So be it. I'm sarcastic. I don't know if I go as far as actually funny, but whatever. It's cool. I am who I am. So that's another thing. I'm going to use up one of these. That also oh, see? Right. Went too fast. Just broke my overlocker. Oh, this is always fun. It's all fun and games till it has a freaking meltdown. And it's always the same one. Always. Oh, actually, no, I lied. This is actually the easy one. It's usually, the one that gets threaded and is a pain in the butt to fix. This time it wasn't. Yay. I will definitely be putting I will do up a special post in my group on where to send them, or the 2 places I know of, like once I contact them and get details. But if anybody is in a different country and would like to do this and just send them within your own country, awesome. We will add your link to your address to the list once we have them. Whereas I need tweezers. Give me a sec. So many random things in my sewing room. Tweezers help you thread overlockers. That's tip number 1. Because my hands are just not that little. We want to lift this up and stick it under there. And then I'm going to just loosen them all a little bit so I can get a hold of them better. And then hope like hell this is going to work, because I just got out of Facebook jail. People are rude. But if you can't say something nice, just shut the hell up, right? Like, I don't agree with everyone. I don't have to. But I also don't need to say mean things. I can just scroll on past. I don't understand some people. I really don't. Oh, see, all fixed. Like, I don't agree with everyone. Like, and some people do naughty stuff in my group, but I don't go out and yell at them. I just kick them out and move on with my life. Who holds that much anger anyway? Honestly. Be nice or go away. Like, pretty simple. I need that for a shirt. Which part? Which part would you like to see on a shirt? And I will make one today and wear it in my next video. Because I'm funny like that. I'll do it. I have so many blank t-shirts. Misery does love company. Not in this household, right? Not interested. Go away. I have time to be miserable. If you can't say something nice, shut the hell up. I am totally, others can't see that. Hold on. Oh wait, nope, it fixed. Wait, all right, if you can't say, let me write that down. I'm gonna write that down and I will make it into a t-shirt, I promise. Where is my book? Right. For anyone that wants more details, these are the measurements. I have drawn a picture. This is about, by the way, this is what my sketchbook looks like when I try and draw pictures of bags. I am the worst drawer you've ever seen. Right, I've got a book. If you can't say something nice, shut the hell up. Leave that with me. I will play in my scan and cut design software and we'll make it look fancy. I'm so funny. I'm gonna do it. Freaking domestics with my machine. Yes. So the trick with threading these, just give me a sec. I need a drink break. You thread 3, 4, 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3, 4, because you don't need the first two in your way while you're trying to deal with the crazy parts. So you've got to kind of go left to right, but you go 3, 4, and then do 1, 2, and you'll find it's way easier. Just FYI. I will do a thing on overlockers one day. Not today. We're doing these. I want to get some more HTV designs up on my website, actually, now that I think about it. For those that don't have a machine, don't want to buy them, but still want to have cool shirts, I feel like I should start doing up some stuff. My main issue is I suck at, like, digital design. It'll be probably tomorrow's video. I'm probably doing a video tomorrow. What have I got going on here? Oh, it could be. It'll be one of those three. I've got Talage by Country Cow Designs. I've got Expedition Tote by Swoon. And I've got the First Aid Pouch by Also Petite already cut out. So it'll be one of them. I don't know which one. I haven't made up my mind. Like I said, I'm not great at scheduling things. I'll just wing it. Should be right. I need to learn to use my new scan and cut. I love my scan and cut. I do. I don't use it as much as I should. But that's because, you know, I'm actually to the point where I need to stop buying machines because I'm not utilizing them to their full potential because I'm too busy playing with the other machine and the other machine. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually really proud of my whippersnapper pattern. That was the first pattern I ever wrote. And please understand, when I say I'm bad with digital stuff, I'm really not kidding. Like, trying to draw that whippersnapper bag digitally took me forever. I had to draw it, scan it into my computer, but then the scanner wasn't big enough. So I had to put lines so that I could see and divide it up, and then scan it in multiple times, and then put all the pictures together, and then do like a million dots to trace around because I didn't know what I was doing. Like, it was a thing. So I'm going to be using just ribbon for the straps because I think the idea is for it to be subtle and not seen. So the thinner it is, the less it's going to like show up under clothes. So I'm going to just use ribbon because I have a lot of it in my house. Now, I don't know if you guys all just noticed that, but the top of that was crooked because I overlocked it crooked. And because it's an overlocker, you just cut it off and then it's even again. I do have a scan and cut for scanning things in, but I don't, oh no, I did have it back then, but I didn't think of that at all in any way, shape or form. It's just, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm really bad at this. So I've recently downloaded Lightburn for the laser cutter, and then I went and watched some videos on YouTube so that I could work out how to use it. I need someone to come to my house and teach me how to record my screen so that I can do videos like that for you, because I feel like I would, you know, potentially be beneficial. Like, if you're already used to my teaching style, I could teach you how to use those things for those of you that are on the fence about the laser cutter, because oh my god, am I obsessed. But I also need to stop getting more machines because now the scan and cut's being left behind because I'm too busy engraving the world. I'm really not kidding. Any piece of wood or metal I can find, I have been engraving. I'm going to do a tutorial on engraving like wooden spoons because, oh my god. Anyway, whatever. I get sidetracked easy. But I'm also never buying a gift for anybody ever again in the universe. Everybody will get handmade gifts from this point on because the engraver is really good for men's gifts. I'm also going to test out my theory and try and engrave a shot glass. So I'm going to try one off camera and then see if it's going to work out. But I think I've got it sorted mentally how it's going to go. How good is Rag-a-Brash? I still haven't finished my brother's Rag-a-Brash, the one that I did with Bruce Willis from Die Hard. But Rag-a-Brash is also a really good overnight bag. And you can take on and off the bits you don't like. You don't have to do the side pocket bit. If that's too hard and you're still new to sewing and you look at that and freak out, just join the other end on the way you did the first one. Problem solved. And you save some fabric in the process. I don't imagine it matters what fabric is used for these bags, because they're just going to have something sitting inside them. So they're just to like hang something off your hip that then goes under your clothes. So I'm making mine out of cottony things. This one is a poplin. I've been using canvas, but flannelette is also still cotton, I'm pretty sure. So I think flannelette would be fine. I don't see an issue in that. But you could probably use polyester as well. Like, I don't think it's going to matter too much what these are made out of because it's not going into like a medical room or anything. It's just to hold the bag that's sealed off anyway. So I would say yes to flannelette. That's another thing I want to do a video on. Altering the size of patterns. Right, round we go. So if any of you are deciding to send some of these and you want to send some to the UK with me, because I will be doing that since that's where the post originated from, you can send them to me so that you save a crap ton on postage, and I'll send them as a big bundle if you'd like. And I'll just say it's from the Legitimates, because that's kind of cool too. We still haven't run out of here. Can I just make a point that we have now done all of these, and I still haven't run out of thread on this one. So it's not using up as much thread as you'd think. Oh, my husband's calling me. Oh well. I did tell him I was doing this today. Alright, this is going to be the last one that I do now. So you need to cut 12 inches long by 10 inches wide. And a 1 meter ribbon strap. Okay. So this is going to be the last one I do now, just so that you can see how to finish them off, because I have been on here for an hour and a half now, and he might be ringing because he's on his way home. That happens. Oh, I don't have a bin. That's all right. It can go sit on the other table. Whatever. All right, we're going to scooch that over. Bring this bad boy back. It is set up with black. I am just going to keep it like that. I don't think anybody cares. So, let's start with this one. And I want... Oops, hold on. Now I can't see anything. Hold that thought. Right, like I've still got a bunch more to do. I will be making more than the video shows. But we want red. Red will do. So, I just happen to have a 1/2 meter ruler on this table. So I'm just going to do 2 lengths of that, and that makes a meter. Shocker. So there's my 1 meter piece of ribbon. So now what we want to do is I'm just going to fold this over. Take the ribbon, put it up against it, and then we're just going to top stitch around. So I'm folding over, I don't know, just under 1/2 inch, I guess. Where's the pedal for this one? Hold on. I've got all my pedals confused now. There it is. Am I still planning to do a full-size backpack? I definitely am, and it's going to be sooner than you'd think because my child's already trashed his one that his grandmother bought him, or his great-grandmother bought him. So he needs a new one. So it may or may not be next. I need to get into pattern mode, and I'm not there yet. All right, that's way too short. I'm going to go as a 3-stitch length and just do a straight stitch. I also want to grab this, and you can clip it down even if you want to make sure there's no twists. Where's a clip? Ugh. There's one. Clip it in place. I mean, I can design one without binding, but it's going to be... The thing about binding is you can join pieces and have like multiple pockets easier. So I will do one without binding because I know most of the ones on the market are with it. But then I'll do a hack where you can use binding. How's that for fair? Because the binding makes the sewing quicker. Like Temptress. I love my Temptress design. And I can make it without binding, but it takes like nearly twice as long to sew it, which is why I don't do it. So I'm just kind of folding under a little bit. And I'm just top stitching it down. Like if you were hemming a pair of pants, you know how you fold it, tuck it under, and then top stitch? That's literally all I'm doing for this. And trim off those tails because they look tacky. Right? And, oops, it's now stuck there. That's it, right? Top stitched, one cute little pouch with ribbon. Make sure you have a bit hanging down so it doesn't just kind of tear out too, like that one just did right as I said that. Anyway, whatever. I'll just put it back on. I don't love working with ribbon. It annoys me more than anything, but the point of the ribbon is to make it discreet. So we're going to do it. Maybe I'll just put it on at the end. All right, so that's one done. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ribbon, put it inside like that, and then just fold it in half or quarters, and then I can just have like a big pile of them. So that's one down. Let us continue. You know what? I changed my mind. We're not doing it all in black. My brain can't deal with it all being in black. I know that's ridiculous, but no. Oh, okay. Well, I might do that then. I'll go and do all the fraying edges later. I actually burnt myself with a cigarette lighter here yesterday. I've got like a big blister now. I was making resin earrings. So I'm going to have some resin earrings on my website soon just because it's like my downtime thing to do. And there's only so many pair of earrings that I actually need. But they're all going to be like, I don't know, not what everybody else sells. Let's put it that way. Like I've got dripping hearts and stuff. They're very cool. So I will do the cigarette lighter stuff at the end because I don't feel like hurting myself right now. Oh, that's really cute that you donated all to the women's shelter. Why didn't I think of that? I love that idea. Now I want to go and turn all my other scraps into things and donate them. I also need to remember I still need to pay bills, so it might be in a few more months. Oh. So, I don't have blue ribbon. I know that's ridiculous. We're going to just use white. One and two. Chop. Ah, come on. Fold it over. There we go. Tack it like that. I'm just doing it at the two side seams. I'm not doing anything super fancy. Forward, back, forward, back. That'll tack it down enough. And it also makes the top stitching quicker. Then we're just going to go up and over like that, and then tack it down, and then that's another one done. Done. Tails. Right, ribbon in, fold her up. Next. Oh. So that's pretty simple. I mean, they're not taking that long. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to bulk top stitch everything, and then I'll do the ribbon in bulk at the end. Production sewing is always quicker for me. Oh, come on, get over the lump. This machine's on the cheaper end. It doesn't like going over any kind of thickness, so I would never make a bag on this. It is great for clothing. Not so great for bag making. But I didn't get it for bag making. Right, we need to start another pile of done ones. Because again, production sewing is your friend. This is also a good way to practice getting into production sewing. If you do sew for a business or you want to go and do a market, this is a good way to practice doing that. Because some people have real issues with like half leaving something and doing something else. It's a good way to practice. Did you see that? Didn't want to go over that tiny little bump. This is quilting cotton with no interfacing. Never would I make a bag on this. Also a good way to practice top stitching at speeds. If you're, you know, intermediate sewer, this is a good way to practice that too. You don't even have to backstitch because we go all the way around. Go over the first lot of stitches and then backstitch. Oh. We're on fire. I really hope some of you decide to do this with me. Yep. See, I do that with like big handbags, but stuff like this, like I would do it if I was selling these. I'd obviously match threads, right? So I'd batch cut them in thread colors, because that would be, you know, an easier way to do all of that. But production sewing for a business can actually be really, really useful. Especially like, okay, so let's pretend you're doing handbags and you want to put bag feet in all of them. Rather than setting it up, especially if you've only got one cam press, you don't want to punch 4 holes and then have to come back 20 minutes later or an hour later and do another one. So you would do all the feet at the same time. You just start off small like that. And it also depends on which bag. Like, for production sewing of, like, let's say a temptress, I would make the whole bag. But I would do all the bag feet together, and I would do all the binding together. So then I could attach my binding attachment. So I would make the bag and leave off the binding, and then do all the binding at the end with a binding attachment, because it takes like 5 to 10 minutes to set up the binding attachment, and I'm not taking that on and off every hour. That's ridiculous. So I would do it, I would make the whole bag except for the binding, put it aside, do the next one, etc., etc., etc. Then at the end of the day or the week or whatever, I would then just bind all of them. I don't do that for you because you guys want to see a different bag every time I do a video. So that's why you don't see stuff like that from me. But it is how I would do it. And it is how I have done it in the past when making a bunch of sirens, which is the beach bag. You make the bag up one at a time, except for the binding, and then you do a day of binding. All right, 2 kilos. All right, so what I'll do is I'll put 2 lines of stitching for the ribbon. Let's do that. We can do that. So it holds up to 2 kilos, this. Alright, so let's put ribbon on this one. What colour do I want to do this time? Probably red again. Alright, so half, 1, cut. I imagine they just tie a knot in it if it's too long, because not everyone's the same size. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this over, like so, and then at the side seam, I'm going to stitch it down at the top. Oh, you know what we could do? We could do my cool little X, right? So then we go diagonally down, across the bottom, diagonally up. Barn door. We should call it the barn door. Can I start doing that? Do you guys object if I call it the barn door? Boom. Little X the line. Right? Alright, that's not coming off. That is not coming off. We're going to do the barn door. I know I'm ridiculous and don't need to keep naming things, but I'm doing it anyway. If you don't have anything nice to say, shut the hell up. Love it. Right. So we're going to sew on the ribbons with the barn door. Needle down, diagonally down. Do you know why it reminds me of a barn door? Because as a kid, did you ever draw it where it's got a roof on it? And you had to do it in one thing without lifting up your pen or crossing over a line? That's why it reminds me of a barn door. Alright, that one, I like it. So I've got like a nice X. Alright, I'm going to get off here because it is 10 past 11 and I've been here for nearly 2 hours chatting to you all. But I do appreciate you all popping in. As soon as this video ends, I will go and put the dimensions into the description. So if you guys are going to make some, you have all the information you need. So yeah. I hope you all join me. It's okay if you don't. Not everyone's got the time and money to be able to do things like that, which I totally understand and respect. But if you are going to do it, please, if you want to send them overseas, you can send them to me and I'll do that for you. Otherwise, you can send them to somewhere within your country. Just make sure you take a photo of all the ones you've done so that I can send you a thank you gift. Because that would be lovely. And if you're not in my Facebook group, send me an email. For obvious reasons. I don't expect you to go and get Facebook just for that. You can send me an email instead. There's no time limit. I'm not setting a time limit. I'm not, you know, a whip cracker. You do it at your own time. I don't expect you to go right now and go and make them. But if you want to send them overseas, please let me know now so that I don't send it without yours. That's all. But yeah, there's no time limit. You can make them next month. You could do it next year. But if you do it, let me know and you'll get a gift card. Because I feel like that's the easiest way for me to do this. Cool. All right, I am off. Thank you all for popping in and chatting with me while I'm sewing. I'm going to go ring my husband and then continue sewing because I would like to get all the ones I've cut out today done, and I'll pop them in a pile to the side, and then I'll go email some people and stuff and things. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. Bye!